What floor were they on?
21st.
And how old are the children?
21, 15, 8 years old.
The fire started happening on the 3rd floor. We called the fire brigade, they came 20 minutes later, and then the whole thing just went on. And an hour and a half later, I saw a kid on the 22nd floor on fire. He walked to the window and he dropped.
Basically what's happened is there was a small fire that started on about the 2nd or 3rd floor, something like that. And my friends called the fire brigade, they've come down and they've tried to put the fire out at the bottom, but they weren't reaching it, the water weren't reaching it. And as the fires got higher, then they've decided to use the ladders, but even then the fire's just gone up and now half the building's gone.
What floor is that? What? 7, yeah? 11 or 7? 7 or 11? God, you know it's 11.
We're stuck on the 23rd floor! Hello!
But how did the fire spread so quickly? Questions have been raised about wooden cladding added to the exterior of the building.
I just watched that fire climb up the left-hand side of the building, like as if it was crawling up on, like as if it was paper. The way it flew up, it was terrifying. And then I realised there's the panelling that they had been stuck. They'd been putting in the last bit of work they did. It was the panelling they put on the outside to make the estate look good. 3.5 months ago, I was watching them come in with the insulation, and I said to one of the workers, "What are you doing with this insulation? Why?" Why putting it in the building? He says, "Oh, it's to keep you cool in the summer and to keep you warm in the winter." And I said, "Is it?" And I said, "Watch this." And I broke off a little piece of it, yeah? I put it on the back of my phone, and then after I put it on the back of my phone, I lit it with my lighter, and I watched that little piece of phone go, psst, and I said, "You're putting that in this building, yeah?"
Right now, you can only offer prayers. We can only offer support to the people who've lost loved ones. We can only pray for those who have passed away. We can only praise the fire services for their efforts. We can only praise the military services for their efforts in trying to make some sort of sense and save as many people as they can. This was really horrific. There's people who were jumping out of the plane. There's a man who threw 2 of his children.
You know, 2 children.
Come on, man.
There's a man who threw 2 of his children.
And I understand, I mean, you saved your life, you were outside, but still you felt the next day without a home, without extra clothes, only the clothes that you'd woken up.
What was the reaction from your school and your school friends?
They were all really supportive. All my friends brought in clothes, toiletries, everything that I would need, and gave me money as well. So, yeah, they were really
Tiago, what does this say about your sister?
Okay, honestly, I really do not have words to describe what she did. At the time, I told her, you know, you don't have to go in. I told my dad to call in the school and tell them, of course, that she wouldn't be doing the exam, but she persevered and she said, no, I want to go and do it. You know, she'd been revising, she'd been making notes for chemistry quite a while back, and, you know, I knew that she really, really wanted to do this.
Tell us, Tiago, where you were when you first heard about the fire? Because I think your parents had been out and were coming home, weren't they?
So we'd actually gone to dinner with some family, and they went to drop them off home at a hotel, and they dropped us off home first. So my sister was asleep, I was on my computer, and then as my sister said, my dad showed up and opened the door and said, you know, we need to get out.
He'd sent your mother, so told her to just get out, came to wake you both and get you out.
Yeah, so what happened was they got into the lift, and at that time 2 people got into the lift at the same time as them, and they got off on the 4th floor.
Which is where the fire started.
And from there, like, quick thinking from my dad told my mum, go downstairs, go get my phone. I left it in the car. So my mum ran downstairs and my dad ran up the stairs from the 4th floor to the 13th to come and wake us up, get us out of there. At the time, I did smell some smoke, but I just assumed it was a candle that we had. Usually we have a candle lit in the sitting room, and my mum usually, like,
collects candles.
Yeah, so she likes her candles, and I just assumed it was that, so I blew it out.
So when you got outside, so thank goodness, you know, you're safe, you're with your family. Did you then stand like so many people and watch that horror unfolding in front of you?
Well, it seemed pretty controlled when we got down there. It was just in one flat, and then in the space of 6 minutes, had risen up until 6 flats above it, and it was just uncontrollable. Everyone was screaming, crying. It was horrible.